Hello, Facebook, YouTube. The day of Barachel, the archangel, the blessed by God angel. No, not Saturn. He's a false god. Quick acknowledging false gods on God's days. Shabbat Shalom. Yes, the Sabbath. The topic of this message, I was talking to, once again, a person at the bar, a lady, and I was talking about her, about the idea of receiving compliments, and it's important for certain people, not all people, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Because, unfortunately, see, certain people, how we receive things, you know what I'm saying? How we are as a person, can receive things either right or either wrong. That is very important. That that I was trying to tell her about. When someone, I was using an example as football, of course. When the quarterback passes you the ball, you can drop the ball or knock it down, or what I'm saying, if someone gives you a compliment, you know what I'm saying. But guess what? You can say yes and out from the outside and say no from the inside. Yes, you can. Somebody can pay you a compliment. You can say, yeah, thank you, but really it's no, because you don't see yourself as that person that someone has complimented you about. And I was talking about that with her, but it led me to this discussion right here that is very important, that I did a teaching on, but I think I'm maybe going a different angle on the teaching I did on this. But it's called the reality of caring and carrying and concern. That pattern. Yes, it's caring and carrying concerns. Now, guess what? This dynamic that I'm showing you is pretty much, I believe, what really Jesus is talking about in the parables of the seed of the sower. That he's talking about pretty much the result of condition of the ground, that now this has thorns and thistles, because it has thorns and thistles on this ground, because someone put seeds in this ground that had, the wrong kind of seeds in this ground that grew thorns and thistles. And guess what? It's in the example of it is the cares of this world. See, and the thing is, what we don't realize, whatever we care about is going to go through this process of caring. See, now notice the ing, the suffix is very important, because ing means continuously. This is why this is important to understand, is because what happens when we care about something, it becomes a continuous effect. You may not even know that you're caring. Like people, like we can care about one another. We should care about one another. And what happens is, when we care about one another, we carrying something. We don't realize within inside ourselves we're carrying something. When we care about something, we're carrying something. And it's like, now when, like, for instance, you care about your kids and you care about their well-being, because you care about them so much, you are putting in your mindset and you're carrying thoughts of how they're doing, how everything's going, how everything's with whoever you're caring about. You know what I'm saying? That, see, and those thoughts, you're carrying these thoughts. And now when you carry these thoughts, what happens is these thoughts can come to concern if you find out something bad happened to them, or something, when you find out something is bad, something is wrong with something, now it becomes concerns. You know what I'm saying? And we don't realize that's the makeup of how we do things concerning anything we care about in life. We're going to carry something. Now, we were talking about, her past. She was involved with two guys in the past. And she told me about that, and that's what I got this idea of understanding this. She been hurt by two men in her past. So the thing is, now she cared for them. This is very important right here. She cared for them, but they hurt her, and now she's carrying what they did to her present now. You know what I'm saying? As what we call the grudges are in our minds, are luggages of we gonna carry luggage of concerning what somebody has done me wrong in our past. In the past, people don't realize that they're carrying luggage spiritually inside of them. They're carrying luggage, and now this luggage is, make a big deal of this situation concerning the impact of how bad a person hurt you. We make it a concern. You know what I'm saying? And it's like somebody can hurt me in the past. I can carry that hurt and be concerned about the future. Unfortunately, but guess what? That is even to the positive things. Like, we can care about something for a positive reason, and we can carry that and develop a concern about certain things, that in positive, negative too, that we need to understand. Because the thing is, I learned about what Peter is saying in 1 Peter 5:7. He said, casting your cares unto him. And the cares that I learned is good and bad. You know what I'm saying? You have to cast the good ones and the bad ones, because here's what the ideal is all about. It's about that he is caring for them, he is carrying them, and he is concerned about them. And of course, he's going to make it right. He can take care of these concerns better than you can. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ can take care of this better than we can. But if we think that we can take care of this problem and take care of these concerns, and we think we can carry them with us, with the past and stuff like that, guess what's going to happen? Yeah, stress and all kind of emotional bad things happens when we find out whatever we care about is being threatened. With somebody that's closer to you, somebody that related to you, someone you spend time with your whole entire life, that person you cared about becomes threatened, and it becomes threatened with something that you have no control of. It becomes threatened by something that you have no control of, that you can't do nothing about. Like the sad thing I heard about a person at the bar that I go to, she has a tumor, and the doctors giving her, a couple of days. Giving her a weeks. They said that giving her weeks, and of course I prayed for her, that's hanging out there. You know what I'm saying? And it's people that love her cannot take that tumor out of her and make her well. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of ideal of what I'm saying, that we caring for all these good things that are dear to us, and the bad things too that somebody done us wrong. And we do not have the ability. We need to come to the honest realization that we do not have the ability to, if these things are here, to deal with them. We cannot. We can't deal with what happens to our friends, our family, our mates. You know what I'm saying? Of anybody, we don't have the ability to help it out. We wish we did, but we don't. But that's the ideal of casting our cares unto the Lord. He's the creator. He created all this. Only he can care and deal with these situations way better than we can. We cannot deal with the past. We do not have a time machine to try to correct the mistakes that happen and the bad choices we may have made in it. These things that we caring about and carrying, we in those concerned about, we do not have the power to make right to an extent. We have the power to learn, to let them allow us to teach us to make better judgment in how we treat people and how we choose people that we're around. And when it comes to the good things, we can put them good things in their proper perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to understand that you cannot make, just because you love it doesn't mean you can help it make it right. You can do as much from your end, but only through Jesus Christ. When whatever we care about and concerned about, he can make it right. Only he can't. We have to come to that honest realization of that. You know what I'm saying? That I hope and pray that you realize. But if you want to carry that load, those baggage of what you love and what you have grudges over, you're going to wear yourself out, and a negative outcome is going to come out of the situation continuously, because the past is not really for the future. You know what I'm saying? The past can't come to the future, but we can bring it within inside ourselves concerning the things we care about, and we're going to carry it, and it's going to weigh us down, and it's going to make our life more bitter. Like I told the lady, I said, look, you carrying what your ex says about you, but now people in the future are trying to say that you are a great woman. You know what I'm saying? You can't be carrying how the people in the past mistreated you, and now you can't catch a compliment from people that is in the present. You know what I'm saying? That sees that you're a great person. That she needs to come to that realization to understand that, this is not the past here. This is the future of people that sees that you are a great person, and you have to receive that with inside your heart. You can't be like, someone says that you're a good person, like, yeah, but within your heart, you know that, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? You have to receive that, and do not let the past, the concerns interfere with the future of someone is seeing you from an honest viewpoint, and understand that you're a great person. All right, that's the message. I hope you understand about caring and carrying. What you care about, you're going to carry, and it's going to be a concern. And you do not really have the power to take care of this concern. Only God does. And you need to cast them to him, and he will make it right in the near future. All right, that's the message. God be glory. And forever and ever, in Jesus' name, amen.